Individuals must make the decision themselves. You cannot force it. This is actually the secret sauce. AdCar plus an inviting approach is the secret sauce to this AI adoption stuff. If you adopt this method that I'm teaching you, you will score huge wins. So AdCar on forcing change. AdCar admits that you can't force change on people without problems. It doesn't prohibit the forcing of change, but it definitely cautions you and outlines the risks, and the risks are big. Okay? Why? And you've heard me preach this gospel 1,000 times before. You know why already. The best people have options. And what's the first thing they do with them when they're not happy? They exercise those options. They polish up their resume and they loiter by the exit door. And they're talking to recruiters, and the recruiters are talking to your competitors. So the first people to go are your best people. Why? Because they have mobility. That's why. That's why they're the best. That's the proof. They can actually go somewhere else. They're not stuck here. So the first people you're going to lose are your top performers. Organizations change when individuals change. AdCar is an individual change framework. It's not an org level change framework. It is, but it isn't. Okay. And it says you cannot achieve lasting results by ordering people to change. You have to guide them through the 5 steps. The first 4 are preparation steps, and then once it's underway, you need to keep the story straight and keep them engaged. Okay? The primary way to keep people engaged is to invite them. Let's see what the official AdCar guidance actually says. Individuals must make the decision themselves. You cannot force it. This is actually the secret sauce. AdCar plus an inviting approach is the secret sauce to this AI adoption stuff. If you adopt this method that I'm teaching you, you will score huge wins. I've done it. You can do it. The desire piece, what's in it for me, is what people are constantly asking. And oh, by the way, part of what's in it for me is how is my job going to change for the better? Because I don't want any of my decision rights reduced because that's the first thing that happens when someone gets laid off, right? Right before they're laid off, they reduce their your decision rights are reduced. That's why it's so threatening to have your decision rights reduced. But having decision rights reduced just means you have more time for doing other things. You can mandate a new process and you can threaten people, but you can't force someone to want to change. You have to make it something for them. What's in it for them? So here it discusses the desire aspect, which is, in my opinion, fully 80% of the challenge of change. How do we get people to want to take the change forward? You do it primarily by giving them some decisions because decisions are super engaging. So you invite them into the change, and the very act of saying yes or no to an invitation is a decision. Repeat. If you allow people to make decisions, they will engage because decisions are fundamentally engaging. This is how you install desire by making it an option in some way. If you beat people over the head with AI change, they're going to just freak out. And the best people are going to go somewhere else.